Hello everybody, it's Scott O'Mato here with another overpowered setup involving Refined Storage, Project E, and in this video I'm going to show you another mod. I've done another video with it, I believe. It's in my Garden of Alchemy playthrough for sure, but it's the mod called JAPTA, which is J-A-P-T-A. And it's pretty overpowered in some of the tools that it has. In this video, we're going to look at a cake converter to create power, and then we're going to look at the dungeonifier. I guess that's how you say it. The dungeonifier to get us loot. We love loot. Give us loot. Okay, so let's just look at the basic setup here. We have a refined storage system with the crafting grid, and then we have the Project E transmutation table hooked up to that. Those two can read from each other now. So we are gathering EMC, we're pushing out cakes, and then we're gathering loot to get EMC. All right, and just let me go over quickly this setup here because I have two disks. So I have two disk drives here. I need to do that because one disk drive is dedicated to just getting enchanted books, because you do not want enchanted books to go into your Project E system because it will just strip the enchantments from them and take them as an enchanted book. So you just set the priority on that guy to be very high, to be 11, right? And just put in your filter here for an enchanted book, and then it'll grab those. Then the other one is for non-EMC items, just general non-EMC loot items will go into here. Okay, and both of these are 64K discs. But then the top, this one's the top priority. This one's the second top priority, which is set to 10 for external storage, and then it's blacklisting. See, this is set to mode blacklist enchanted books. The other one's set to whitelist them, and so its priority set to 10. And so that makes sure that it'll check here first. If it's enchanted book, it goes in there, then there to there. All right, now let's look at the loot. So here's the dungeonifier block, and it basically will use 1 million RF to create a block. Now that's just 1 million RF per chest load of loot. You can see it produces a chest load of loot, and it's just the random loot from your loot tables that are available. And so it'll do 1 million RF to do that. You can see it's slowed down a little bit because this cake guy needs to build up 1 million RF each time. And this is in absorb mode. This is the cake converter. It's in absorb mode, so it's absorbing the cake to produce RF. And obviously the cake is coming from a constructor here out of the refined storage system. So I just have it set to cake. And then cakes, of course, are EMC. So it's just pulling EMC out of the system. So it's materializing the cake, essentially, which is being absorbed into RF. And then the dungeonifier is pushing this out into a chest where I have an importer. And then the importer has some speed upgrades on it and a stack upgrade so that it can work more quickly. And it's just importing it into the system here. All right. And so then we do have a lever where we can disable the import, and we do have a lever where we can disable the placing of the cakes. And then if you do need to turn this off for some reason, you could just right click and it'll toggle mode between placing and that's why I have it in a hole here, because if you toggle the mode into deploy mode, it will place 9 by 9 cakes around it. So it's only got a few places around here to place cakes. And so you could even limit that more by putting more blocks if you wanted, but I also want you to be able to see it. So basically, we are just getting tons and tons of EMC getting pulled in or loot. We have 844 pieces of just non-EMC loot. And we've got 17 enchanted books of various quality. And I do think some of the best loot that's available in 1.12.2 comes from either cyclic mod. You get all kinds of cool loot of stuff that you'd want to use, but also that has high EMC values. And then the other one is not enough wands. You get good wands from that. Again, things that you want to use, but that also have high EMC values to them. So those two mods, to me, provide some of the best loot in the loot tables that you can use for this type of system, for both enjoyment in play and building up EMC. So pretty cool system, just endless loot coming in. Not too much of a lag. If you wanted to have another power system, you could, stop a little bit of your load here because there is some redraw. But otherwise, pretty cool, guys. So that's going to be it for this setup. Loot. Give me all the loot, guys, and it'll turn into EMC for you. And so, yes, very overpowered, very cheaty, but I like it that way sometimes. So anyway, take care. This is Scott O'Motto. Let me know if you like this video. You know how. Hit that like button, guys. And do consider subscribing to this channel to get more videos of this type. And I would love to have you guys on board. So thanks so much. This is Scott O'Motto. Have a great day. Bye-bye.